106.1 KISS FM, all the hits. I'm Ryan O'Brien with a couple of special guests in the studio. We got Jeff Osborne, who is hosting the first PopCon this weekend at the National Guard Armory here in Evansville, and we will talk to him here shortly about what all's involved there. We also have Theo Crane, who you may know, if you're a Walking Dead fan, as Big Tiny from a season or so ago. We'll talk to Theo about his role in not only The Walking Dead, what he's got going on now, and what he's going to be doing at PopCon. So, Jeff, let's talk about PopCon itself, what all is involved. It's a pop culture comic book convention, basically, right?
Yeah, you've seen Big Bang Theory. They're always talking about Comic-Cons. Back in the day, it wasn't so cool to be kind of nerdy and stuff. Now this thing is just blown up.
It's like the thing to be as a comic book nerd.
Every big city in the United States has one of these, and I wanted to be the first to do it in Evansville, and it's starting to take off. We have toys, collectibles, comics, and all that stuff, but you also have special guests like Theo, Misha Tate of the UFC, Mikey Rotella off Making Monsters. We actually have a Disney animator. The guy who basically created the character Little Mermaid is going to be there.
Awesome.
Tons of artists, national, local, world-renowned. And as I said before, I'm looking forward to the costumes.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 or 3 guys that I know of are bringing costumes that are in excess of $4,000 each.
Holy cow. And now you're encouraging people, adults and their kids, to dress up as some of their favorite comic book characters or movie characters of some sort, right?
Absolutely. This is I can't stress family friendly enough. I don't know of any place around here where you could buy a $10 ticket and take your 2 kids and have so much fun. I bonded with my 8-year-old daughter at Nashville Comic-Con. It was the best weekend I've ever had in my life.
Cool. And now it's at the National Guard Armory. Give us the days, the times where we can get tickets.
Tomorrow night, or actually tonight, is VIP only. It starts from 4 to 8. You can get sneak previews of the Dark Knight Batmobile and all the Star Wars stuff we're going to have there, the props. That is at 4 p.m. You can still get tickets there tonight. Tomorrow is when all the magic happens. 10 a.m. start time, 9 a.m. early entry for VIPs. You can still get tickets on eBay. Just search Pop Con on eBay. And also check out our Facebook page. Just search PopCon Evansville.
All right, cool. Theo Crane is here as well. Theo's going to be making an appearance at PopCon at the National Guard Armory. And Theo, as Walking Dead fans will know, was Big Tiny about a season ago, season and a half or so?
Yep, the beginning of season 3.
And for people that don't know, Theo played a prisoner of some sorts that ends up getting scratched by one of the walkers, one of the zombies. And I watched... I went on YouTube and found your scene where your character kind of ended his run on the show, trying to convince the guys that you weren't infected with this disease or whatever that causes this zombie outbreak. And one guy didn't buy your story. So he ends up bashing you in the head with a crowbar repeatedly, and that was pretty much the end of that. How does a scene like that work from an actor's perspective? Like, okay, you read the script. Did you know in advance that this was going to be a short run, or how far ahead did you know that your character was going to end up dying?
Actually, we all found out, we got our scripts, I said maybe a day or so before shooting. It was all very short notice. The characters that we auditioned for were, dummy characters. We came in, we found out who we're actually going to be, like what the storyline really was. And everything was under tight lock and key. And it's funny because, like, the 4 of us, the 4 prisoners, we were reading our, 5 of us, sorry. We're reading our scripts and our trailers, and I finished mine a little bit after them, and they came out, and they were like, oh, man, Theo, I'm sorry, bro. That was tough luck, man.
Like, wait, what?
Yeah, because when I got hired, they said between 2 and 8 episodes. I guess they hadn't really worked out the story arc yet, and... it was like a page or 2 away from where I was. Just flip through like, what are you talking about? Come on, really? Hammer? No.
And a vicious beating, actually. I mean, there's, like I said, I watched it. You can find it on YouTube. If you just type in Walking Dead, Big Tiny Death, you'll find it on there. And
they said it was one of the most brutal of the show.
And it was, I mean, it's not terribly graphic, I guess, but you get a very good idea as to what is happening. You're just kind of standing there minding your own business, I think, trying to convince them that you're okay. Yeah, pleading for your life. And one guy got kind of out of the blue, just takes matters into his own hands, hits you in the back of the head with this hammer or this crowbar thing, and then there's just blood after that. But that's what that show is all about, and the fans that are into it kind of have that expectation that something like that is going to happen. You are from New Orleans, is that correct?
I live in New Orleans. I'm from Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was actually very nice working on that show because I got paid to go home and see family and friends and still get some good work in.
Right. Now, I was looking at your information on IMDb. I don't know how current this is, so maybe this is like a true or false IMDb profile thing, but are you a part of some kind of a dance crew?
Yes.
Yes. Is that still accurate? Okay.
Yeah, 6'10" Stompers.
And what is that?
So,
because you're like, let's tell people, what are you, 6'8"?
I'm 6'8". I'm down to a svelte 340. But no, it's an all male dance group. So in New Orleans, the tradition is to have, like, for Mardi Gras and different parades and whatnot, just groups that come. It's not like when people hear stompers, they think like Stomp Yard, like college kind of thing. It's not that. It's like it's choreographed. It's silly. It's silly. It's a bunch of guys. It's powder blue. Fun. Yeah, it's powder blue culture shorts. Red satin jacket, headband, gold shoes, high socks. Like we're making fun of a lot of stuff. But and we've all got like nicknames and all that stuff. We're a big fan of mustaches and bacon. Like it's a real fun group. And like every year, Mardi Gras, like that's when the magic happens. Like for every parade we're a part of, like people get ready. Like they know it's gonna be a show, and we have new dances every year. We take the songs that we dance to very seriously. We take the choreography very seriously. We're sponsored by Budweiser.
Well, sure. Isn't all of Mardi Gras sponsored by Budweiser?
Different liquors.
Or Pat O'Brien's?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, it's in everything we do. All the proceeds go to charity.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like it's and that's a big thing for me. Like I'm a big fan of like just helping people out. That's actually why I'm doing PopCon. Because this is helping out the children of military families, and that's pretty much what got me. Like once Jeff told me that, I was locked in. And
what's going on with you now? I noticed you've got some things in the works. As far as your profile goes. Movies, I think you working on some movies.
Working on some movies. I'm actually working on writing. Me and a buddy of mine, Brian Stewart, who's a horror artist who works with Fangoria and has worked with heavy metal and all that. We're working on a movie called Elephant Manowar. But that's going to be a little bit in the works. We're actually learning the process as we go, so that's going to be fun. But I got just wrapped on a movie. It's going to be coming out, I think, late this year or early next 2015. I can't say anything about it yet. And I'm going to LA to shoot a pilot at the end of this month.
Awesome.
So
very good.
I'm excited about those two things, and had a bunch of cool stuff come out, and just wait and see what else happens.
Sure. And now your involvement in PopCon, what are we expecting while you're there? Just autographs, pictures, that kind of stuff? Going to hang out?
It's going to be a party, man. Because I love conventions. I've always loved conventions. I've been going to them since before I could do any of this stuff. And, I get excited about meeting people, who are excited about this too. So, it's about, autographs and answering questions about Walking Dead, but I'm going to get my toys too. I was going to say,
are you going to have an opportunity to kind of walk around and check things out on your own? Cool.
I always make it a point to. I've got a pretty decent collection myself. But yeah, I mean, and it's again, the cause is fantastic, and so I'm behind that 100%. And just making sure that everybody there has a good time.
Yeah.
To the best of my ability.
Well, it should be a great time. PopCon tomorrow at the National Guard Armory. Again, Jeff we mentioned a little bit earlier that if you've got VIP tickets, there will be a little something later this afternoon and this evening. But the main event tomorrow, starting at 10 a.m. for the general public at the National Guard Armory. Dress up as your favorite character from the movies, the TVs, comic books, whatever. And you can get your tickets on eBay. Just search !Con, or what was the Facebook page again, Jeff?
I think you just search PopCon, and we also have a website, but it's pretty high traffic today. pop-con.org.
Get your tickets. Go check this thing out, and we'll certainly hope that this becomes an annual thing. Thank you guys for stopping by. Theo, best of luck to you with everything else you got going on.
Thanks for having us, man.
And we appreciate you stopping by.